Hey, it's Michelle Tarrant from Nom Nom Paleo, and today I'm going to show you how to turn this into noodles. Well, kinda. So this is a spaghetti squash, and you can cook it in 7 minutes under high pressure in your Instant Pot instead of waiting a whole hour for it to cook in your oven. And I'll also show you a trick to get the longest strands possible, so you really can trick your kids into thinking that they're eating noodles instead of vegetables. So the trick to getting your spaghetti squash to even fit in the Instant Pot is you have to get one that's about 2 pounds. And then to get the long strands, you want to use a paring knife to cut it in half crosswise, not lengthwise. And you can easily just kind of cut around the whole thing with a paring knife. And it's okay if it's not totally even. And then you can see here that it's all kind of in circles like this. So if you cut it like this, you'll get long strands. And then you just use a spoon to scoop everything out in the middle. So now that you've cut your spaghetti squash in half and you've scooped out all the gunk, it's ready to pop into the Instant Pot. So you just grab your steamer insert that comes with your Instant Pot, and you plop it in, and then you put in some water. And normally I put about ½ cup to a cup, kind of whatever, the manufacturer says is the minimum amount to put in there. And then you plop them in. And this is why I say your spaghetti squash can't be too big, because otherwise it won't fit in here. But a 2-pounder fits almost perfectly into a 6-quart. And then all you do here is you grab your lid, you make sure your silicone insert is nice and tight inside. And then depending on your model, you press pressure cook or manual, and then you set it to cook for 7 minutes. So while your spaghetti squash is cooking, you can go make a sauce to go with it, because you don't have to babysit that at all. And all I have here is what I call kind of my cheater bolognese sauce, where I buy store-bought Italian sausage, which is made with good ingredients, and then some store-bought marinara sauce, and I combine it in a pot, and ta-da! We're gonna have spaghetti and meat sauce. But it'll be a healthier version and really tasty and really fast, and you don't have to tell that to your family. So as soon as it beeps to tell you that it's finished cooking, you want to release the pressure right away, because you don't want super soft, squishy spaghetti squash. Then you just go grab it. So all the pressure has been released and it's safe to open. Voila! You can get a facial while you're at it. Don't try this at home. You probably should use some sort of mitt. And you can see here that it just comes out just like spaghetti. And you have nice long strands instead of really short ones if you cut it the other direction. And you just use a fork and you just scrape it all the way out. And you can eat it right away with that sauce you made, or you can save this in a Tupperware container so you can eat it at a moment's notice anytime during the week. And you can, add any type of sauce you want. So I think traditionally you can do some sort of meat sauce, but I also, make it kind of like an Asian chow mein sometimes with, stir-fried pork and bok choy. You can do whatever you like. And I think it's always good to try it. Like, I like spaghetti squash a little bit on the crunchier side. That's perfect. So here's that cheater meat sauce that you made while this was cooking. And you probably won't trick your kids into thinking this is spaghetti, but you'll just say this is a vegetable that looks like spaghetti, and the sauce is so delicious that you'll eat it anyway. And there you have it, spaghetti squash made in minutes in your Instant Pot.